Hi, we're the transition champions for the Michigan Titanium. I'm Kevin Newman.
And I'm David Brady.
Thank you for volunteering. This event would not be possible without people like you willing to give your time and energy. We're going to cover some important points of being a transition volunteer. We encourage you to attend the volunteer training session on August 23rd that is posted on our website.
You know, safety is our first priority. When you attend that volunteer meeting, you'll be given a volunteer t-shirt and a badge at the volunteer session on race day, or on race day if you don't come to the volunteer session. On the back of the badge will be important emergency numbers. So if you have a cell phone, make sure that you bring that with you on race day, because you might have to call somebody in the event that an athlete goes down or you have a question about what's going on, and all the numbers that you'll need will be on the back of your name badge.
Here are a few important points to be prepared for on race day. First off, know the transition and course maps. You can find these on the website at www.mititanium.com under the Info tab. We encourage you to know the location of the event and to pre-plan where you're going to park on race day. Please arrive at your station on time, and when you arrive, look for myself or David to check in. Your goal as a transition volunteer is to keep the transition area secure and organized, and to assist the athletes in any way possible. There are several roles as a transition volunteer that you will handle. They include bike security, assisting in the changing tents, directing athletes, and racking bikes. If you're working in the changing tent, you're going to be helping the athletes change from either the swim to the bike or the bike to the run. So men, you'll be working in the men's tent, women in the women's tent, and you will do anything that the athlete needs you to do, whether it's simply unload their bag for them or pack their bag back up, get them some water, help them change if they're tired and need help getting their shirt on or off, things like that. If you're in the transition area itself with the bikes, you may be directing athletes to the correct rack for their bike, directing them where the bike out is or the run out is. Every athlete entering transition will have a bib, a wristband, a number on their bike, and their body marked, all with the matching number. Only athletes are going to be allowed in the transition area due to USAT rules.
So, just so you know, when people start coming into the transition area, nobody's allowed to put a balloon or put a flag or put markings on the ground with chalk. So if you see that, number one, discourage that, because we're going to have to take that down, and again, that's a USAT rule, so we have to follow that. Now, transition will open at 5 a.m. and it will close at 7:30 a.m. for all athletes. Now, obviously, the the full iron distance race starts at 7 a.m. So all those athletes will be out of there for their pre-race meeting. We're extending the time for the half iron distance race to 7:30, so those athletes can still mingle. But at 7:30, all athletes will be out of transition areas, so it's ready for those full iron participants to come back and for their first transition. Now, if you have any questions when you're at or in the transition area or any part of the race, if you see one of the individuals with a shirt like this on, and it also has the name staff on the back, we'll be able to assist you with any questions. But so there is a cutoff time for the bike course, just so you know. So it's 5:30 p.m. So all bikers have to be off the course. If they're not, they cannot start their run portion at that time. We have a couple of different times for people to volunteer in the transition area. There's kind of a morning session that'll go to 11, 12 o'clock, and then there's an afternoon session that will again go from that 11 to noon hour all the way down to about 6 p.m. So if you're on one of those, you'll know that your time will be done at that point. We certainly do appreciate that. Now, most of all, have fun with the race. Have fun with the participants. You're there to help them, you're there to encourage them, because it's going to be a long day for many of them. So whatever you do, just be motivated, cheer them on, and just have an enjoyable time. So if you have any questions regarding your role in the MiTi for the transition team, please don't hesitate to email me, and it's David Brady, and my email is david@ninthbrain.com.
And I'm Kevin Newman, and my email address is kevin.newman@gmail.com.
Again, thank you for helping us make Michigan Titanium a great experience.